So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. A solid stiff arm. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 18 yards, first down Niners. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Sidney Brown in on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go. Here's Williams. That is caught. Touchdown. Darnell Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set. 180, 180.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Great.
Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. Looking deep here from Mechie. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get three before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
Let's go. Trimmer.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep here from Mechie. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Williams. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Now inside the 25. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
From the gun, here's Williams. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings from 3 yards out. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
Handoff to Barkley on the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15. Here's Hurts to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he's up to the 43. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To the air, Williams. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10. First down, San Francisco.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Williams. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down. What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Washington. Touchdown, 49ers! Darnell Washington. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Eagles 6.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And now off to the races, down the right side. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Williams. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action. Now Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's Williams from the gun on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw again. Got a man, that's Aiyuk. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
114 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 8.
They'll run it again with Barkley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be caught by Shipley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
33-yard line.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
On play action, here's Williams. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's got this down to the 35.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Williams. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
He's got Ayuk once again. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Again, McCaffrey.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Looking left side and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Throwing a 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Take over.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Liking 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Bravo 80.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for San Francisco, they're
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
2/3 of the season has come and gone. I'm Scott Hanson, and your weekly recap for week number 12 is up now. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the 49ers. And this is Caleb Williams. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. The 49ers up their mark to 7-4 with this win. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Denver Broncos. And this is the Broncos wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. One last one to show you, and it's in Detroit. It's the Lions taking on the Buffalo Bills. And this is Josh Allen. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Bills run their winning streak to 5 straight as they get another W. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hanson saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.